Hello, hello. This is Nina Erjavik, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and this is my creative journey through the catalog where I am casing, copy and sharing everything, or copy and selectively editing cards within the catalog. So as you see, we have boho vibes right here. This is day 6. This is going to be a 2-part video. Card 1 is right here. So I'm going to copy this card right here pretty much exactly how it is. I'm not going to edit anything. So we're going to get started on this card. I do want to thank you for joining me, and I hope you are enjoying this series of videos that I am doing, and I hope to do more. So let's get started here. So I have cut out all of the pieces already just to save us some time. So you can run them through, lots of them, on the larger Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine all at one time. So you can just layer them on here and then go through one swipe to get them all cut out. But I figured you all know how to do that. And if you don't, just give me a shout out and I can definitely walk you through it or do a video for you. But I wanted to make this a quicker video, so hopefully I can post it to FB. Otherwise, they will show up on my YouTube channel, so you can always go there to see all of the videos. This piece we're going to keep, we need that one. And I'm going to put all of these back in here so I do not lose them. Let's just put these in here. So this is a magnet cards that I get from Stampin' Storage. I can also put that link in there. I do receive a small commission when you purchase from my affiliate link. So I want to thank you in advance for that. So I think I have them all on here now. Okay. So now that they're all in here safe, I can now move on. Okay. I did mount already the Hello Darling stamp set, or stamp. I also mounted this one here and the Sending Good Vibes. So I already did that ahead of time. So let's get started. I do want to show you, I did not run these pieces through the, I did not run them through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine on the adhesive sheet. But I'll show you another trick that is really great that I learned. Let me get out my silicone mat somewhere here. I think I put it out already. You would think that I would have had this, but this was like a side thought. I thought, oh, okay, I'll show them this. So let me see if I can find one real quick, which is not going to be quick, I don't think, unfortunately. All right, so oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, well, you know what? I have 2 or 3 of them, and I have no idea where they are. But the state of my stamp room right now is a little crazy. I found one. It was in another project. Okay, so here is the Silicone Craft Mat. Let me get all of my pieces aside so I don't lose them. Silicone Craft Mat. I just took a 1/4 of a sponge with a little document clip here. I'm going to squirt some glue right here, okay, right there in the corner. I am also, this piece here is a 4 by 4 square, and the piece that I'm going to put under it is 3 7/8 by 3 7/8 square. So this is going to go behind my card, okay. I just want to make it to where, and I am going to use a Post-it note just to kind of hold it in place, and I'll show you why I'm doing this here in just a second. Okay, you know what, it's probably better if I do this. Do this, hold that down, put this on top so that it's covering. There we go. And then I'll put another Post-it note on top of that one to hold that one down. Okay, the reason being, I am going to glue all of our pieces here inside this rainbow here. Okay, and in order to do that, I'm going to, let me see, make sure I'm in camera here. I'm going to place my my piece upside down, take my little makeshift sponge thing, dab it into the glue, and then dab on top of here. So the glue is just getting where I want it to be. Then we're going to put this down here. I'm not sure if you're able to see this all that well because it's white on white. But I'm putting this little piece here inside the rainbow cutout piece here. Okay. And then I think I'm going to do the blue one. I'm going to find a nice clean spot. Go get some more glue. Dab on there. It gives just enough glue to get it to stick without getting glue all over everything. And it's not oozing out of the little cutouts either, which is really nice. I need some more glue. You can kind of control the glue better. Down here. Grab some more glue. Yes, next time, will I put it through adhesive sheets? You know what, it's 50-50, maybe. If you're going to do multiple of these, yes, I would suggest you use adhesive sheets. It does make things a lot easier. Then I'm going to add our little sprigs. Need more glue. Now with this craft sheet, all you have to do is rub the glue off once it dries. It's kind of like when you were a kid and you put that white glue on your hands and then you peeled them. You peeled it off. Yep, I love doing that. So it's kind of like the same thing. We're going to do this one. It makes it nice, quick, and easy. Just put this one up here. And then this yellow one is going to fit right inside there. Need a little bit more glue. This is a great trick. And this one is just going to go right in here. And you can kind of adjust the arches a little bit to get it to fit. Okay. Excuse me. Now I got to get all the glue off my fingertips. So I'm going to rub them together. All right. So we'll put this aside so it can dry, so I can take all of that off. Now, we're going to unpeel these. And we're going to put glue dots on our acetate. Okay? And place it on the back, making sure not to have the glue dots show through the side here. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. And then we are going to glue this onto here. I think what we should do is just use glue dots. I think that's the better thing to do. That way we will not have glue squishing out into our window. So we're going to just put some glue on the corner of here, on these corners, keeping them up pretty high so they don't show through. Okay, on all four corners. Okay. And then we're going to place this over the top. Making sure that it covers. Okay. Now if you wanted to go in there and add more glue dots on the inside, you can definitely do that, but I don't really think it needs it. Then we are going to take this little guy and add a little bit of glue. I love this U-pick tool. Of course I didn't squish it down hard enough. And we're going to put this little star right here in the center and move it down a little bit. Okay, and then we are going to add, these here are the muted dots. We are going to put a muted dot right in the center of that little star. It kind of looks a little crooked to me. Okay. We are almost done with this card. Let's put a small one in the center here. And this is Cloud Cover. So this is Petal Pink. This is Mossy Meadow. This is Cajun Craze. This is Crushed Curry. This one here is Secret Sea. This is Cloud Cover. Those are the colors. These are the colors that are in the set here. Okay, so that's where my color palette came from. And then we're going to set this aside for just a second. We're going to do some stamping. Don't want to lose those guys. And our little hearts, we're going to need those here in just a minute. Okay, so this here is the Crushed Curry. No, it's not. It's Daffodil Delight. I thought it was Crushed Curry. Okay, Daffodil Delight. Daffodil Delight. This is Daffodil Delight. Goodness gracious. And as you can see at the top of the catalog, it tells you the color palette that is in the DSP and the colors that they have used here. So isn't that amazing? Okay. So this is going to be our centerpiece here, our focal point. So I want to stamp alongside here. So I'm going to put this up here just to see. And I am just going to randomly stamp 4 of these. Okay. Okay, that's all we need for there. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this paper here. Maybe. You know, I do not know who comes in and takes my stuff while I'm trying to work with it. Goodness gracious. Okay. They're here somewhere. But I was stamping just a minute ago, so that's okay. We'll use these here. We're going to use these little ones. You can use little ones. You can use big ones. Whichever ones you want to use. Whatever you have handy on your table. Since I'm using the little ones, I'm going to put a couple extra ones in here just so that it holds it up. I'm going to use the pick on my U-pick tool and just peel those papers right up. I'm just pushing into the dimensional and just kind of dragging it towards me, and it keeps all of those little papers right there. I can't tell you how many times I found these upstairs in places they shouldn't be. Yeah. Make sure my card is opening at the right way before I put this down. And we want those little pieces just to show. This one's not showing all that much, but it's okay. Let's move it over just a tad. Yes, I do this a lot. I do go, oh, okay, I want it to move over a little bit. But that's okay, right? That's the creative process working. Okay, we're going to set this aside for just a second. We are going to get this pretty, or this petal pink, and it's a 1/2 inch petal pink. We're going to use that Cajun Craze. And we're going to put Hello Darling. Now I'm going to bring this down closer to me so I can see a little better without sticking my head in the camera. Okay, so we're just going to go right there. Let's see how well I did. Yeah, I don't like it. Let's try again. I'm sure it is fine. However, I want to see if I can get it a little straighter. Perfect. Okay. So see, second time's a charm. Sometimes I'll probably use that one. I'll probably use them, but I'll cut them apart. But this one, I needed it to be straight so I can go across my paper here. Okay, so then what we're going to do, this is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is about 3 5/8, no, 4 5/8 long, 1/2 inch, okay? So we're going to use the Happy Labels punch, the Pick-a-Punch. We're going to use this piece here, and this paper is a 1/2 inch so that it fits right in here. I like to turn mine upside down so I can see where I'm going. Now, trick with these, you must be careful here because you can easily pinch your finger in here, so make sure your finger is clear. And I want it to be a little shorter, so I'm going to cut a little bit off because it only takes off just a tad. So I'm going to go back in. I go upside down so I can see where my writing is when I go through here. Usually you can see if you're really close. I'm not really close. Oh, yes, I like that. So let's take this one just a little bit. Go through it again. And this makes great labels. Perfect. Okay. All right. So you have two different types of labels. This looks more like a postage stamp edge, and this is just a little ruffle edge. Okay, and that's the one we're doing. And we are just going to put this across here like this. And I think I am going to just glue this down. So I'm just going to glue, not too much. I want that little, there we go. Let's make sure it's straight. You know, working behind a camera makes it a little difficult to see. Okay, so there is the card. Now let's do something on the inside. So what I did on the inside here is I just put Sending Good Vibes. And this is 1/4 of a sheet. Now this is cut down to a 5 1/4 this way by 4. We're going to use Cajun Craze. And we are going to stamp Cajun Craze. Let's make sure it's nice and inked. I'll just bump the camera. Sorry about that. There's Cajun Craze. And then we're just going to put some little dots of glue because we're going to put our little hearts. I knew there was a little heart over here. Yep. So we're going to put a little dot here, here, here. Use the U-Pick tool to pick these little guys up and place them down where I want them to go. Makes it so much easier. And there we go. That's a little bit of glue. What did I say? Dot, dot, not a lot. Yep, dot, dot, not a lot. Okay, and then this is just going to get adhered on the inside here. Okay, and we can put a little bit of glue. Since it's handy, it's out and it's handy. Let's get this up so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. And there's our card. Now, I would have liked for these to be out here a little bit more, like this one, but that is okay. So see, 2 cards. Pretty cool. It just adds interest back here that there's something else going on with the card. Okay, so that is it for today. For this particular card, there is another card coming right after this using the same set. The Boho Vibes Sweet Collection and the Sending or Sunshine Vibes. So just wait for that one to come up. Thanks for watching and sticking with me. Have a great day.